So here I am with Esa from Amorphis at Wacken opener. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Just came today here and it's a promotion day today for us.
Yeah.
Very nice. Sun is about to shine.
Hopefully it stays. Hopefully it shines more.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So this is Amorphis' 5th time at Wacken. How does it feel to play for the 5th time at one of the biggest, or if not the biggest, metal opener festivals?
Yeah, it is great. It is the happening, of course, the metal happening of the year for many people, and it's great. You know, the first time we played in, I think it was 1997 when this was very little festival in a little field. We played with a Motorhead and a band called Rock Bitch, which I don't know if that exists anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing how big this whole thing has grown. And at that time, I was wondering that it's just metal guys in the audience, and you know. Then it took quite a lot. I think it took 10 years before we came back to Wacken for a second time. And everybody told me that Wacken, it's the biggest thing in metal festivals. And I always kept telling it can't be, because it's the little festival in the field. So
crazy how it grows so fast.
Yeah, it is. But it's well organized, and except I think this is the first really muddy year. But otherwise, it's been that's something you really can't help out with. But it's great festival, great to be.
But you performed at many festivals around the world. You just got back from Ireland Death Fest. You have Summer Breeze next. So how does Wacken compare to all those festivals that you played?
It's bigger, I think, but the size doesn't make the festival necessarily, good. This is well organized. Good to be here, but you have to walk quite a lot if you want to get different spots. So.
And it's not great when there's so much mud.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I like festivals. Summer Breeze is amazing as well. Really like that one. Some tiny ones as well. It's as long as it's good organized. And the people, I think, made the festival,
Yeah, sure.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's about the people and the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you're performing here for the 20th, as part of the 20th anniversary tour for Tales of a Thousand Lakes. How has it been received so far?
Very well. We actually had a plan to just do a couple shows, and it exploded a little bit. We did a tour last December in Germany area, and it got so good feedback so that the promoters wanted us to do a couple festival shows. And now that the new album is coming September, we just noticed that we now booked for the whole summer for the Tales shows. But it's good. It's great fun. It's slightly different from regular Amorphis show. It's a bit more old school thing.
It's pretty cool. And last time you were here, 2013, you had a special acoustic show. I think that was even after midnight. That was quite late. Yeah. How was that?
That was great. That was also one of the things we did just in Finland. We played in the very different venues. We played in these concert halls, really concert places. And it was very different what we usually do, but personally I really enjoyed it. It's nice to try different things with our music, and that's what I really love about arrange different things, and the acoustic production was very nice, and that was just the one show we did in Wacken, and good things. It was quite late we played that, and we got some nice pyros and things going on.
Must have been cool playing as well, watching and playing. So you're releasing your new album Under the Red Cloud in September next month, and you just released the first single, Death of a King, and you have guest members on it. So how was it working with them? Did you have the music ready, or did they bring something new to the song? Or
we had all the music ready. There is a couple guest musicians on that track. We have Martin Lopez, who is, I guess, most known from his work with Opeth, and is now with the band Soen, which is amazing band as well. But Martin came, we used to tour with Opeth in the early days, and now bass player Niklas been in contact with Martin like several years. And now that we recorded drums in Stockholm, he asked Martin if he's available. And yeah, he was. And in that we had a pretty clear picture where we wanted him to play on. Then there is a Kriegel Klansman from Elevated. Yeah, he's playing flutes. And that collaboration came through our producer Jens. He's been working with Kriegel with some other projects, and he asked if he's available to do some flute things, and yeah, that's how it worked out. But as producer, Jens is he had so clear picture about what this whole thing is going to sound like. We didn't have any clue where Kriegel is going to play, so we just heard the final product.
It's quite handy.
For us, yes.
But on your previous album, you worked with Peter Taktrum, and now with Jens. So how come you changed, and how different is it working with the two of them?
Well, one thing was sure we wanted a producer for this album as well. We knew at that time that Peter is again very busy, and now he was working with the Tillman project. So we sort of thought that let's think another producer, and Jens Bogren was perhaps the idea number one, because everybody loves the work what he's done with Katatonia and Opeth and Paradise Lost. And yeah, we asked if Jens is available, sent some demos over to him, and that's how it started. And it was very, very good relationship with him. He's very down-to-earth guy, shares same kind of humor, and as a person he is very close what we are, so it was a very nice session.
Sounds good. And what are the lyrical themes of the album? Are they once again written by Pekka?
Pekka Kainola, yeah. Lyrical themes, they deal some of the Finnish, this Kalevala ideology, that what he follows within his lyrics. The themes are not strictly taken from Finnish tradition, but it includes beliefs to the old spirits and to be close at the nature, and thoughts about what's happening surrounding world. That's where the title Under the Red Cloud comes from. But we are living quite unsure times, and nobody knows what's going to happen. And Pekka thinks that if we are keep going living like we are, it's sooner or less we are going to face very apocalyptic times. Interesting. Yeah.
It's good themes. A good theme for a metal band.
It is, yeah. It's a bit, very little bit. It sounds political, but it's not. But it's it's always a hope if some people can change the way they are living, or change their consuming, or everything, change the little things in their lives. We can change the direction.
Did the anniversary tour did it impact in any way the writing or recording process of the album, or?
I would say it didn't affect on the writing process that much, but I think for the big picture it probably affected in the way that during the Tales show, I think everybody had so much fun of doing these shows that all the ideas of doing again more aggressive stuff or adding more aggressive vocals were okay for everyone, you know.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was you or someone else from the band that mentioned in the previous interview that over the years the band Amorphis has become more of a company, more of a business, and with multiple people working behind the scenes, like the label.
Yeah.
And so, how important is that for you and for you to work effectively?
I like routines in a way, you know, that in a good way. I like that things are organized. We see in the past we've seen so much hassling and like things that being a bit unsure what to do, and you know, things being chaotic once in a while. So I personally like that things are organized. You know, you have your timelines. You know when you do something. You know that's what you basically need. And yeah, it is. Bands are like companies when you realize that you're actually paying salary for technicians and everybody, then you start to, you know, look after that. Do we have enough shows that, you know, they make out of their living from this, and we make out of living of this one. So there is a lot of things. What do you think more and take more attention than when we were like 20s, you know, where we couldn't care less about anything else but just go on somewhere somebody says and so, take a beer.
Does it help you to focus more on the music than the business side?
Definitely it helps. You know, when you put the timelines to yourself, then you know when you're going where, and you start to fill up your calendar. You can more easier start to think about when you really want to focus on new music. You know, we are not a band that can write music on a tour bus or you know write lyrics on the tour bus and just you know tour enough, get brain dead and go to the studio after that. So we really need the time off to get inspired by new music, get inspired writing new music. So for that purpose, I think the timelines are very necessary. And as well, when you book the studio, you know, that's when we know that okay, you're going to studio at 1st of November, so you have to rehearse these new songs till then. You have to arrange the new songs.
Fair enough. And talking of business and the music industry, your whole album catalog is on Spotify. And what is your opinion into the whole digital download streaming debate?
It's a yin and yang thing, and my personal view is that it's ridiculous that you can, you know, listen music basically for free. But that's how the standards are nowadays, and it would be okay. But as most of people know how the sharing goes, or the sharing of the profit goes, for example, from Spotify listening, it is ridiculous. It's good for the stockholders, but it's not good for musicians.
Yeah.
But still, if you are not in there, where you are, somewhere. No.
Yeah, it's true.
I see Spotify as more or less as a promotional item or promotional tool. If there are still musicians who are doing music, just think that they are going to sell a lot of albums and get out from that. That's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
But some change perhaps is going to happen in future, and I hope in the direction that Spotify is not the main streaming form. There has to be another options or choices as well.
There must be. iTunes is now doing the whole iTunes music now.
Yeah.
I think they're paying a bit more royalties than Spotify is.
Well, that's the thing, you know, because that's many times people just hear musicians complaining about Spotify, and major labels don't comply because they get the profits.
Yeah.
And why musicians complain is that, you know, they get so little share, which is like ridiculous. If our music is like let's take a sample. If our song is played on the Spotify 50,000 times, we can buy, from that profit we can buy 1 pack of coffee to our rehearsal. So it's stupid, you know.
Yeah, also like even huge bands, pop bands, like if they stream a million, like one song streams 1 million times, they also get paid £1 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a good example I read from Portishead when they released a new album, and that was listened and streamed ridiculous times, but they basically got nada.
Oh well, hopefully it changes. And
hopefully it changes. But you know, the good thing about the metal music and the metal business is that that the metal fans, they really are loyal and they want to support artists. They go on shows and they still buy merchandise, and that's a great thing because that's a straight profit to the bands. That's a great help to keep bands moving on and making new albums.
Yeah, definitely. And to wrap it up, wrap up the interview. You're playing the entire Tales album tomorrow.
Yeah.
And but will you include the new song or any new material, or is it just?
Unfortunately, not. We do this Tales production. We were asked to do that, and would have been fun, but we don't want to do left-handed versions at this point from the new songs. And Tales is very different. What we do, we tune down the guitars, and production-wise, it would have been quite impossible to take new songs on this set.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and good luck.
Thank you.